Well, let me tell you about the YouTube streets. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you about me. Come on in and kick up your feet because that's the only place where you can greet before you meet. Well, come on, let's get our troll on because some of these people hit the light before their clothes on. Well, come on, and you will see. Well, look at Mutt Mutt. She's here before me, but they don't know you and they don't know me. So let's chill and let's be discreet because some of this might hit your funny bone and some of you might say, well, what the hell is going on? Well, check out a couple of more lives if you like it. Hit the bell, like, subscribe. Keep on doing it, G, cause you a bushwasher, just like me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Well, who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. But who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST. Well, let me tell you about the YouTube streets. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you about me. Come on in and kick up your feet because that's the only place where you can greet before you meet. Well, come on, let's get our troll on because some of these people hit the light before their clothes on. Well, come on, and you will see. Well, look at Mutt Mutt. She's here before me, but they don't know you and they don't know me. So let's chill and let's be discreet because some of this might hit your funny bone and some of you might say, well, what the hell is going on? Well, check out a couple of more lives if you like it. Hit the bell, like, subscribe. Keep on doing it, G, cause you a bushwasher, just like me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatching, but now you're watching me. Well, who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Hey, bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. Bushwatcher, but now you're watching me. But who's the bushwatcher? Mud, Mud, and QST.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, Throwback Thursday, blah, blah, blah Thursday, whatever y'all feeling. I just ain't feeling it today, y'all, but I'm here struggling at work. I don't know. I hope I ain't getting sick. But anyway, I come today to talk about this married at first sight. And oh my God, I don't even know where to start. First of all, this is one of the worst seasons ever. I'm just going to put it out there. So boring. So boring. Now, let's start with Aries and Jasmine. Now, Jasmine is not an ugly girl, and and Aries act like he just was not attracted to her. He's not attracted to her. He's not attracted to her. But yet, when he was on the show, on the after show, he said he likes all kind of women: tall, short, skinny, plump, BBB, BBL, whatever you call it. He likes all kind of women. So what was it about Jasmine that you didn't like? She was slender, she was pretty, she had a great personality. So what was it? So he told the host that one night, 2 o'clock in the morning, she woke him up and asked him, "Why are you not attracted to me?" And he told her why. And they asked him, "Well, what did you tell her?" And he was like, "No, she doesn't deserve that. I'm not going to do her like that." That's the only thing I like about Aries, that he did protect her because it was something physical when she hit the aisle to walk down the aisle, because he kind of like jumped a little bit. If you go watch the when they got married, it was something physical that he didn't like. And I'm probably thinking it's her. I don't want to say it either. I don't want to say it either. But yeah, Aries makes me sick. I thought he was learning something, and all my predictions I did for the show is true. I said that no, actually, theirs I got wrong. I thought he was gonna say yeah, and she said no, but they both said no. So Eris, get out of here. Jasmine, I feel sorry for you because This experience, you will never live it down. You will always remember your husband was never attracted to you, you know. And, it could have been worse. People get married just so the husband can harm them. So, I mean, that's not a good analogy, but that's gonna always be in her head. Like, and it's documented on film. So I feel kind of bad for her. Okay, moving along. Um, Chris and his wife. Well, the she's the one that's Debbie Downer that always is just being, so down on herself and blah 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 blah. They actually doing pretty good. I think she is watching the show back and see how annoying she was. Um and always been a Debbie Downer. So I think she's trying to fix some things because this one, this episode was pretty. She was better. She was more confident, and Chris was too. Chris was a little bit more vocal and say, "Hey, I want this done." He's not a pushover at all. So he kind of showed his chest a little bit. So I was like, "Okay, cool, 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 cool." Okay, Clint and Gina. Boy, boy, boy. Clint was my least favorite, but now Clint is at the top of the list out of all the guys. I love Clint. Well, I strongly like Clint. But Clint is a cool guy. Gina never gave him a chance. Of course, they both said no on decision day. Clint is just a cool guy. He fell in love with her dog. And since the show was so boring and the ratings was so low, I think this is a play that he's gonna try to sue for custody of the dog. Now they live in the same building because when they got married, I think he not recognized her or vice versa. They live in the same high rise building. No, neither one of them recognized each other. They just said they lived in the same building. So now he's gonna sue her for the dog, which is to me is so stupid. It's not your dog. Like, you offered her $10,000 for the dog. She said no, and now you're gonna take her to court, but he can because they were legally married. So, hey, Bam, I'm just going through my little married at first sight before I get off of here. Now let's move to the last couple, which is Shaq and oh my goodness, Shaq and Christian. I guess, yeah. I'm gonna bring you up. You want to come up? I don't know if you're busy. Yeah, they show previews of him wanting a dog. That I guess he gonna contact a lawyer or something to see. He offered her $10,000 for the dog, and she's like, no. Clint got money. Clint got free time. Clint got a boat. Clint is fun. I mean, man, I think she met. And Gina looked like she got just a bunch of plastic surgery all in her damn face. I'm sorry, Gina. I'm sorry. The guppy lips and all that. Mm-mm. Anyway, Shaq said, I predicted this. I said he was going to say no, and she said yes, and that's what happened. But I wish he would have went first. I wish he would have said no first before she said no. I mean, before she said yes, because you could tell in her face she was hurt. And Shaq really disappointed me because I understand. I can't wait this second. Okay, that's fine. She said maybe 20,000, but no. But anyway, so Shaq said no, and oh my goodness. Shaq needs a woman that's like up his ass, like so needy. Like, I understand, like even myself, when I date somebody, I do want them to be interested in my career, my activities, my family, my grandkids and all that. I understand that. But he wants this girl to be up his ass. Like, I used to travel for my company, right? And I used to have a friend of mine's, I was dating at the time. He would come with me, and literally, if you're really going out of town to work, you're working. You don't have time to go. It's not a vacation. So he wanted her to always go with him to work on his work trips. And it's like, okay, she can go and enjoy the hotel, whatever, but you're not gonna really be doing nothing. It depends on your type of job. I experienced that, and I was like, after the second time, I was like, we wasted money. Well, you wasted money. The company paying me, you paying for your own. I was like, don't you waste your money because I'm working, and when I travel, I work like 10 hours. Like I don't just work 8 hours, and I work the whole week, sometimes 6 days. So it was just to me, it was a waste. So I was like, no. So, but he wants a woman up his ass. He wants somebody that, that's just going to be all up in him. And he got to realize this girl has a whole career. She has her. She had a life. And she was even telling them, we could have, you know, worked it out. It's only been 8 weeks, and then he started crying. He started crying, Bam. He started crying after he said no. And Christian was like, why you crying? I said yes, and you said no. I should be crying. Like I seen some hood come out of Christian. The whole time she was not soft spoken and talk like her lips is hurting and wet and just her lips just kill me. But she's very pretty, and she was very soft spoken. But when he said no, she was like her neck did a jerk. She's like, you mother. Psh, you gonna tell me no? Negro? You telling me no? So I see the little hood come out of Christian. I was like, yeah, girl, you should have that little spunk all the time. So I was like, I don't know, Shaq. But I had a conversation with my daughter, and she made a lot of sense. She said, and I said it too. She was so okay. So Shaq had a car accident when he was young. He has a scar on his head. He was in the hospital for months. He couldn't play sports. It really affected his life. So when she said she didn't like his bald head, I'm quite sure she probably was referring to the scar too. Who knows? And she said he wasn't masculine. What I mean, she said she wasn't attracted to him over and over again. She wouldn't kiss him. And I think Shaq was like, you know what? Forget this girl. You know, but once she started getting into him and they started kissing, because it took her like two weeks to kiss him. Like she wouldn't even kiss him. But I think it was just a little bit too late. And this is what people don't realize with Shaq. When they had a round table and it was all sitting, all the couples were sitting around talking, they started talking about depression. Shaq said once upon a time he was in a very dark place, right? And people that experience depression, or well, I'm not an expert, but you don't want to be anybody, period. You ain't got to experience depression, but especially people that experience depression, you don't want to be around a lot of negativity, especially if it's putting you down, right? Um, get that person out of here. I already know who that is. Get out of here. Anyway, so he was in a depression, so at one point. So yeah, you got a wrench, Bam. Get this mud up out of here. And I can't do it because I'm on my phone. It's all good. Let them rock it here. I'm ignoring them. And I know who it is too. Anyway, yeah. So he was in a dark place at one time. So when all that negativity and putting him down probably was hurting his ego, his self esteem. So, hey Amber, he can you hide that lame person, please? So he probably didn't want to be around that negativity. So he just didn't want to stay in the marriage. So people don't like to be around negative people all the time, in real life or in the chat. Married at first sight. I was on the last couple. I wasn't gonna be on here long. I'm at work on my lunch break, and I'm just so tired today. Yeah, who's that? What y'all up to? Thank y'all for coming through. Even a little troll that came through. Nobody cares about you. I'm sitting here. I'm tired, and it's a 3 day weekend. But I don't even want to discuss it because I don't have a 3 day weekend, but I'm gonna have it after the holiday, I guess. Yeah, I just came on for a second to talk about that because I got to get back to work. And thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate it. And Married at First Sight. Oh my God, you guys are so lame. Yo, this show is just terrible. I'm glad it's over. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who it is. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out. Thank y'all for coming through. Breaks over.